Isaac Wright is with us, Democratic strategist. If Democrats are going to win the White House back, clearly first the nominee has to get the nomination, but how do they attack President Trump, and how do they persuade? It's clear that you can get people on your side by going to rallies right now and saying President Trump is a criminal, President Trump is a bigot, he's a racist, but when you're trying to appeal to a broader swath of America, how do you persuade the persuadables that they should turn away from President Trump and go to you?
That's a really great question. Just yesterday, a new report, Navigator Research, came out with national polling data looking at what were key vulnerabilities for Trump with persuadable voters and with soft Republicans going into the election. And the issues it found where he has such a strong vulnerability, I think was a little bit surprising. One was foreign policy, and let's be honest, foreign policy normally does not make the top tier bracket of issues amongst American voters. However, it definitely did this time. His foreign policy is deeply, deeply unpopular, and people have great concerns about it. They're concerned specifically about the recklessness of it and what that means for the country and for our alliances. Folks are really concerned about what happened in Syria, especially as they learn more about leaving our allies out on the field and what that meant. Another issue that came up as one of the top issues in the research released yesterday that shows his vulnerabilities going into the election was the tax law. It's still relatively unpopular among Americans. A slim majority of Americans still think it was a bad idea. However, as they learn more about it, it turns into a massive vulnerability. People really resent the fact that it puts social programs, social safety net, things like Medicare and Social Security at risk, and that, over half of the tax cuts of the advantage of it go to the top 10% of American income earners. And then the last of the three major things it found was the SNAP program. If you remember, back in October, the Trump administration announced some deep, deep cuts to SNAP in early October. These deep cuts put so many young people, so many children in need at risk. And after Americans hear about that, the public side's clearly against the Trump administration, 57-33. So brand new research showing three major issues Trump is vulnerable on going into the November 2020 election. And I think we're going to start to see more and more, not just of the candidates talk about it, but of the Democratic infrastructure drive home those issues with persuadable voters.